Hi, my name is Richard Lehmann. I'm from Louisiana, and I started working at Johnson Space Center in April of 1983 at Ford Aerospace. And I remember my friend back then, his name was Len Jensen, and he took me on site. And we went into on site in Building 30, and he walked me in. I didn't have a badge yet, but something called a Physical Control Zone, PVC card. And we go up a stairwell and we go down a hallway, really generic looking hallway. In the middle of the hallway was a door. And he says, come in here. We turned the door, and lo and behold, I was standing in Mission Control Center. It's like, gee, Lynn, I've seen this place on television before. And that was my first experience at Johnson Space Center on site as a rocket scientist. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, it was kind of funny in one of the incidents that I did or was involved in. I was on a project called Console Test Set. And what it did is it was an embedded microcomputer that tested the data paths for the hard consoles for the flight controllers from the consoles to the not the flight computer, but the ground computer, so they could test the continuity of the push buttons, the indicator lights, timers, and all that stuff. Every flight was reconfigured, so they had to get a tape from some configuration group. They loaded it into our system, and then the technicians could press buttons and see lights turn off and on and verify data paths. So one day I was upstairs on the second floor in Mission Control Center doing my job, checking into the equipment, all that, display controller. I said, can I have a channel for the digital, whatever it was called back then? And he smiled and looked at me and he said, Richard, look up there on the monitor. He said, why? He says, well, you might want to delay doing this because they're doing an EVA right now, and I'll be happy to give you a channel, but you might become very infamous if you just go ahead and do it. So I decided to come back later in that day or the next day. But I just wanted to share that with you. It's one of the moments that I remember. It happened a long time ago. This was back in like 1984, 85, but I still remember it very vividly. Thank you. That's it.